Hello and good evening, everyone. Uh, Knowing others is intelligence, knowing yourself is true wisdom, mastering others is strength, mastering yourself is power. The best investment you can make is in yourself. I, Mansi Raul, welcome you all on behalf of the Research Culture Society and Scientific Research Association and the organizing committee members, Dr. C.M. Patel, Director, Research Culture Society, Dr. Jessica, Founder, Scientific Research Association, Mrs. Jaya Chetwani, Counselor and Special Educator, welcome you again on the second day of National Level Personal Development Program on Achieving Excellence through Self-Awareness, Upbeat Your Life Skills. National level PDP launched to gain core knowledge about life skills for students and interested citizens. Such skills may enhance the performance and productivity leading towards success, but at the same time, one may feel a deep sense of discontent while at the peak of their career. It will not be out of place to admit that the true satisfaction comes only through self-awareness and the art to live a life of harmony. Corporate today strives towards achieving harmony amidst tough work life balance. But the question is how academia is coping up in the dynamic and fast changing teaching learning environment. Amidst the hustle and bustle of performing and meeting the deadlines, many a times an academician feels a deep sense of discontent and work life crisis. Here comes the value of life skills, which encapsulates it in itself the concept of self awareness, leading to the social, personal, intellectual, and emotional skills, thus preparing learners for meaningful and successful living in today's globalized context. Life skills do the work of combining all these components in accurate share into skills and shaping them into competency. Now we would like to show you a short video about Research Culture Society.
Warm greetings to all. Research Culture Society is a government-registered international scientific research organization. Society is working for the research community at national and international level to impart quality and non-profitable services. Our members are scholarly educationists from various universities and institutes of repute. Here the faculties, research scholars, and students interested in the area of research are given guidance and support in how their work can support to the betterment of our present and future generations. Research Culture Society is conducting conferences, seminars, symposiums, workshops, training and development programs on different themes. Society has organized 100 plus educational programs successfully at national and international level in association with different educational institutions, and also published selected research papers as general special issues and book proceedings. Educational institutions, colleges, universities are being welcomed for the association and memorandum of understanding, academic exchange, knowledge sharing, and collaboration to organize events with us. Scholarly professors, academicians, and researchers also being welcomed to join us as the speakers and trainers. Society is promoting and sponsoring educational events as well as publishing research work in collaboration. Society also offers membership. Here are the glimpses of International Conferences 2021. Here some of our past international conferences 2020. And there are also glimpses of workshops, FDPs, and webinars. Society announces awards every year as RCS International Awards for academicians, researchers, professors, lecturers, teachers, doctoral students, tutors, practitioners, industry delegates, and citizens as individual category. and institutions, colleges, universities, higher education, corporate, firm, and industry sector as common category. Our MOUs, collaborators, and associate institutions, universities. The journal associated with Research Culture Society are referred, indexed with high impact factor. Society journals are publishing research papers, articles in all major fields and subjects related to sciences, health sciences, engineering, agriculture, pharmacy, commerce, management, social sciences, arts, humanities, education, law, and life skills. Journals provide publications and digital identification with nominal processing charge. Research Culture Society also provides print and online book publications with ISBN. Society invites book publication in all study subjects and categories. Thesis converted into books and conference proceedings publication are also available. We invite sponsorship and grants from the corporate, industries, institutions, and government organizations to support our educational programs. The society arranges special lectures on soft skills, communication skills, personality development, behavior improvement, etc., and arranges competitions on research in science and technology, general and technical knowledge in different institutions, colleges, universities, and schools. The society bestows Excellence and Achievement Awards as ASIA's International Awards and SRA Global Awards. For further inquiry, visit our website and also connect by email. Thank you all.
Before we move forward, here are some instructions for the participants. Please note, participants, please mute your mute while the presentation is ongoing. Background voice should not come from any participant side. While resource persons ask questions or queries during the active session, participants can unmute themselves and give reply or ask queries. We expect your active participation. Happy learning to all. I welcome our first speaker or resource person, Dr. Chetna Sinha, Assistant Professor, KIIT University, Bhubaneswar. Dr. Chetna Sinha is presently working as Assistant Professor in the School of Humanities in KIIT University, Bhubaneswar. She has an experience of over 15 years in teaching and training in English language, literature, communication, and soft skills at various levels. She is PhD in English with Masters in ELT and Linguistics. She has also done her MBA in Human Resource Management. She is a certified soft skills and body language trainer from IIT Roorkee through Nlpdpl. She is also a certified soft skills and personality development trainer from IIT Kanpur through Nlpdpl. She has completed UHV Level 1 certification from AICTE. She has conducted many workshops and training programs for the entry and middle level executives. Besides, she is a life member of various professional bodies. She has edited several newsletters, research papers, and magazines. She has presented and published several research papers in national and international conferences and journals. We welcome you, ma'am. I give you the platform. And
thank you. Thank you so much. A very good evening to everyone. Let me I'll try to share my screen. Yesterday we had a discussion mostly towards how to achieve harmony in our life. Now, when we talk about harmony, how to achieve harmony, next important thing that we need to talk is emotional intelligence. Okay. So before I start, I would like to ask participants if they have ever come across the word emotional intelligence. Are they aware? Anyone? Anyone of the participants?
Hello,
Yes.
this is Dr. Nlpdp.
Yes, ma'am.
Emotional intelligence is self-awareness and self-regulation, and
Hmm.
understanding others' emotions and social regulations. It's
Okay.
overall how a situation will be handled by an individual with emotionally intelligent in an intelligent way, ma'am. What I feel.
Okay. Yes. Yes, you are right, ma'am. Right. Any other idea from anyone else?
Good evening, ma'am. This is Umka sir.
Yes. Yes.
Not only like in the handling the situations, but he can handle when he's fully developed with his emotion intelligence.
Okay. Okay. So basically, some of you seem to be aware of the word emotional intelligence, but all of you are aware of the word intelligence quotient, intelligence, how intelligent you are. That means your ability to grasp anything, maybe any knowledge, any subject, it may be mathematics, it may be science, social sciences, anything. How intelligent you are, how much you are able to grasp any knowledge, that is your intelligence quotient, intelligence parameter. But we today are not going to talk about that. We are going to talk about your emotional intelligence. That means how intelligent you are emotionally. Like yesterday we talked about self awareness, and as ma'am has also said that emotional intelligence is related to self awareness and self regulation. So today we will be discussing how we can manage our emotions, control our emotions through self-awareness and self-regulation, and how it helps in success at workplace. Okay, so before we proceed, I would like to play a video for you all, and you must watch this video, and then we will have a short discussion on the same.
हाय, बताइए एक वीडियो को पावरफुल बनाने में सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज कौन सी है?
I hope my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Please continue.
Okay, yeah. So all of us have watched this video, and of course, you can see that it is related to the emotional outbursts, the very innate nature of human being, the different qualities, positive and negative both. So I would like to know the answer to two questions from all the participants. The first question is, what did you observe in the video? What did you understand from the video? What was your takeaway from that? That is my first question. What was your takeaway from this video? Anyone? If you have watched the video, I would like to fear, okay? Yes?
This is Anka, ma'am. The main thing was like one girl who was heading to another girl who was having negative feeling about another girl. So like she was very much angry on her. She was having the negative thoughts on her. So she written in the diary, and it got increased that then some enemies came, or like she was having a type of fear. What will happen the next? And because of
Hmm.
her, that like her trophies to come down is nothing but like what goal she was achieving. She's coming down below the rank what she should be more because of her like negative feelings. She does not able to focus. That's why like her trophies were coming down, and she was feeling like the enemies are there. That's why she was having the fear what will happen the next. That's what.
Okay. Some other answers I'm getting are anger and hatred thoughts. Okay. Anything else? Fighting with self-emotion, and it was going beyond control. Loneliness. So basically, all of you can relate this video, as I can see, is from anger, hatred, and self-emotion that you're talking about. Yes, of course, the video was about the emotional outbursts. It's a story of two sisters, wherein the one sister was very successful at whatever she was doing and other was not doing very well. But the problem was that the one who was not doing well was not trying to find out the reason why she was unable to achieve the target and what she should do to improve herself. Rather than she started hating her elder sister, and she thought that her sister is behind her failures. So this feeling gave rise to the feeling of hatred, as you have written, anger towards her sister. And she did not know when these feelings of anger, hatred, frustration that overpowered her. But inside, within us, whatever feelings we are having, positive or negative, we are always afraid that somebody doesn't come to know what we are feeling about them. You may be very irritated at somebody, but our social mannerism, etiquettes doesn't allow us to express that feeling, and we want to hide that emotions from others. That was my second question, that if there are positive feelings, there are negative feelings as well. So why is it that we try to hide our negative feelings about somebody? Why it happens? Why do we try to hide our negative feelings from others? If I am not feeling okay about something or somebody, why do we not acknowledge that, identify that, and accept that? Why we try rather to hide that? What is the reason? Why we try to hide our negative feelings? Anyone? Like if you are angry on somebody, you hate somebody, to protect our self image. Okay, Very good answer, Bosco. Yeah, very good. To protect our self-image is one of the major concern. We want to protect the brand me, brand us at every cost. That image should not be tarnished. Very right. Any other thing that comes to your mind? Why do we try to hide our emotions? When you are hungry, you very easily tell that I am hungry. When you like somebody, you tell I like you. But when you do not like somebody, we don't go straight in the face and say that I don't like you. Why? Yes, Omkar?
Ma'am, not that much, but what we feel like it should be with us. Many of the time we doesn't tell to anyone. We keep it with us because we does not also want that the front who is there, they should get emotionally hurt more than us, because in the future they might be our helpers, or they might be any relatives, because many of the time it happens with the like emotion and others emotions.
Hello? Yes. Yes, Omkar, you are very right. We don't want to hurt the emotions of the people who are with us. That is another reason. But the major reason we don't want to hurt others, that is the first thing, but the major reason why we do not allow our frustrations, our anger, our hatred to come out of us, because we think and we know that these are negative feelings and that may tarnish our image in front of others if others come to know that what we are from inside. So somewhere down, that is our self-awareness only that helps us to understand that these are negative feelings and nobody should know. Similarly, the small girl, when she found her emotions, negative emotions were overpowering her, then she immediately understood and she tried to get rid of those emotions. But how many times we do that in our lives? So that is what emotional intelligence or emotional quotient is. That is the ability to recognize and understand your emotions. These emotions can be positive, can be negative. So first thing is that you must have the ability to understand and recognize that these are emotions, and then to differentiate between positive and negative emotions. There is a difference between pride and ego. So that recognition and understanding should come. Then when once you have understood, you should use this awareness to manage your behavior and your relationship in your social life, in your workplace, in your family life, everywhere. So the first step of emotional intelligence or quotient is to recognize and understand your emotions when whether it is a positive or a negative emotion, and then to manage your behavior. Okay, because when you are very emotional, you are unable to control your behavior. So emotional intelligence is the ability to control your emotions and then act and behave like that. So that is why there are two terms, EQ, that is emotional quotient or intelligence, and IQ, that is intellectual quotient, intelligence quotient. And both are required for success. You may have very good degree, you may be a doctorate, you may be an expert of your subject. That is your intelligence quotient. But you need to be aware of your emotions, and you should be able or intelligent enough to control your emotions and behave properly. So these two only can together lead to success. Okay. Now, when I say emotional intelligence, people think that emotional intelligence is about just being nice, right? Just being nice. It is just being good to others. It is about just being good to others, that people think. No, but we should understand, you can see I have highlighted in red, emotional intelligence is not just being nice or being a yes man. Whatever somebody says, you should not agree to that. You should understand what is being said and then decide whether to say a yes or no. It is not about suppressing your emotions or behaving like a robot or always being passive, not taking a decision. हमेशा बीच का रास्ता निकालना is not always good. So EI is not about it. EI is about being able to determine the right response at the right time with the right person. That is emotional intelligence is. That means you should be able to identify and understand this is emotion, then whether it is a positive or negative emotion, and then you should be able to regulate your behavior so that you give a right response at the right time to the right person. Okay? Now there is one small activity you can see on your screen. Is it possible to make a decision without emotion? Can you ever think of taking a decision without being emotional? Because what happens before taking any action or step, we always think and feel. That is the human nature. We think, we feel, and then we act. So is it possible to take any decision without emotions? Quickly tell me.
Ma'am, this is Omkar.
Huh.
Actually, this is not possible without emotions because some feelings we have, but the feelings are nothing of emotions. That's why.
Okay. No, we can't. Dr. Sri Lekha has written, no, we can't. What about other participants? Can you take any decision without being emotional, without emotions? Even when you send your kid to a school or a college or decide a course for them, you are emotional somewhere. Then only you are taking a judicious decision that which course, where they should go and pursue. So, is it possible, or have you ever, let us think like this, have you ever taken a decision which was not emotional? Please tell me. Anyone? If you have taken any decision that was not emotional. Yes, participants, please respond. Can you take a decision without being emotional? Judicial decisions. Dinesh Kumarji is writing judicial decisions. Okay, judicial decisions. You are talking about, no, we cannot.
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Hello.
yes,
This is Nlpdp, ma'am.
yes, ma'am.
Judicial decision can be taken while selecting topper rankers. Once we give a marks to students, no, it's justicefully we are giving a correct marks without any kind of emotions. To select a rank holder of the class, the rank holder for the university or somewhere we are evaluating. Once we were
Hmm.
evaluating the papers and all, it is without any kind of emotions. We are giving a marks honestly, accurately, whatever they have written. That is jurisprudential
Hmm.
decision, justice decision can be taken without any kind of emotions. Yeah, what I felt.
Okay. 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 That is basically related to facts. When you are deciding on the basis of marks, you are deciding that who is the topper. That is based on fact. We are talking about when you have to take a decision between do or not to do. You are on the crossroads, whether to go right or to go left. So what you are talking about, ma'am, is mostly factual thing, which is based on facts. So in material sciences, also you can say when you are doing experiments in the lab, so there it's not related to decision making. We are talking about making decisions which are not based on facts just. When you are on the crossroads, when you are in the dilemma of doing or not to do. Say, for example, you want, your family is going on a vacation, you want to take leave, but you know there is a stressful situation at your workplace and the leave won't be granted. But still, you think, if only I can I can go and ask, maybe they grant, maybe they grant. Then you think, maybe they will not grant. So, when there is this kind of dilemma, what do you do?
Ma'am, just one
Yes.
point. I think so. One is that which could be in this, like buying the fruits or like buying vegetables. most of the time what we doesn't see our emotions. Like, we want this, we can take that. Just we doesn't see over the emotion. We take it
It
as we
is,
want.
but when you are buying a vegetable, and when you go to buy a vegetable, that is a very emotional decision because it is related to what you want to eat, the taste. And when your parents go to buy, they will think what my child wants to eat.
No, but many of the times, like, they does not see. Many people eat all the vegetables, and most of the time, people doesn't see what the child will eat, but what healthy will be there. They firstly they will take that, which is the common.
But that is also when you think what is healthy for my child, that is an emotional decision. Right, Omkar? That is an emotional decision. That is why you can see in the slide also that I'm showing, we are captivated with our emotions. And if we do not talk about fact-based, factual decisions, whenever we are on the crossroads, it's little difficult to make a decision without uh, being emotional, without feeling. Okay, now what happens? Somebody has written, Dr. Sarita Goswami, I can see, if we are in a professional place, we should not take emotional decision. Very right, ma'am. But but what happens that even in workplace, man is not a machine. We don't have any button that when we go at the gate of our workplace, we switch off the button and then we become emotion free and we get inside our workplace. And when we come out of the office, again we turn on the button. That's that's not possible literally. So though we should be free from emotions at our workplace, but that hardly happens. And if even if somebody is very cautious about that, we are human beings. So rather than denying something, it is important that we identify that and we accept it, acknowledge it, and then try to find a solution. That will be a more emotionally intelligent decision. That is what I'm talking about. And then is, like I said, people feel before they think and before they act. It's possible to change people's responses to feelings. Like you said, at workplace, we should not be emotional. So that means you have to train your mind that when you are going to take a decision, you don't have to feel about it. Like you said, in judicial decisions, what happens? In judicial decisions, they don't feel about it. They take the decision because they have learned, they have trained their minds to be like that. Now, EI competency framework has 4 quadrants. That means emotional intelligence has 4 quadrants. The first quadrant has what I see, and the second one, what I do. What I see is self-awareness, and once you are self-aware, you should manage. That is self-management. And then social competence is social awareness and your relationship management. That is interpersonal management. So what I see and what I do. Personal competence means you should be aware of your emotions, your feelings, and once you have identified your emotions and feelings, you should learn to manage or regulate them. Similarly, in social competence, you should be aware of the society, the surrounding that you are living in, and then you should be able to manage your relationship with people around you. That may be your personal or professional relationship. Okay, so now the hallmarks of self-awareness is when you introspect, you have to find how self-awareness aware you are, that whether you are self-confident, you have a realistic approach towards self-assessment. I may say I'm very truthful, I never lie, but I have very confidently said that. But how realistic is it? I need to assess that. And a good sense of humor. These are the hallmarks of self-awareness. If you know, if you have these 3 things, that means you are able to recognize and understand your moods. For example, if I ask you, do you do you understand when you are hungry? Anyone? How do you know? How do you understand that? Yes, I am hungry. I need to eat something. Or how do you know that? Because a small child will start crying. But as an elderly person, tell me, what signals your body and mind gives that you are hungry? So that is what is self-awareness. So your emotions are like that hunger pang. You should be able to like you recognize that now I am hungry. Now I am having a headache for which I need a medicine or I need a rest. Similar is your emotions. You should be able to recognize them. Okay, this activity we'll do at the end. Then is how can you be self-aware? So you have to observe when you get really perturbed and disturbed. What irks you? What disturbs you? What irritates you? And then visit your values, your beliefs, your value system, and check whether your emotional outbursts are matching to your values and belief or not. Okay, know how and what pushes your buttons, what triggers you, and how can you manage that trigger. Stop and ask yourself why you do things that you are doing. Why should you not be doing them? And then seek feedback from people whom you trust. Like somebody has also written in the chat box, I can see that we should go to or refer to person whom we believe. Like Bosco Ekaji has written, we should go and refer to the person whom we believe. So that is also one way of being or strategizing your self-awareness. Then once you are self-aware, you need to, like you understand that I am hungry, then what you do self-management, you go and eat something. So self-management is once you have identified and understood that these are your emotions, these are your trigger points, you should learn to manage them. How do I get irritated? What perturbs me? What gets into an emotional outburst? So I must manage them. I should be able to control those impulses, those mood swings, and I should suspend judgment and thinking before action. So the hallmarks again are trustworthiness and integrity, commitment with yourself, comfort with ambiguity. You should understand that every time everything cannot be perfect, and you should be open to change. You should be adapting to the situation. Okay? Next is self-talking is one strategy that helps you to manage yourself, to control yourself. When you are very agged, very perturbed, you should count, you should smile and laugh more often, and you should go back to your values and beliefs that your parents have instilled in you. That is also a way that you can manage yourself. Then comes social awareness, like when you are, you have to behave and learn about the society, to understand the emotions of the people you are dealing with. They may be your co-workers, your colleagues, your family members, your friends, neighbors. So empathize with them. Understand your organization. What is their working pattern? How and what they do? What are the service orientation, customer satisfaction, teamwork? These concepts have to be understood, and how you can do that? You can empathize with people by being very good listeners. Sometimes people only need somebody who listens to them patiently. Greet people by their name, and just don't trust what is being said. Also see the body language. Live in the present. Don't always think about future and past, and step into others' shoes before saying something or doing something. That will help you to strategize your social awareness at your workplace and at a personal relationship. Once you have developed this social awareness, you should be able to manage them. That means you have to work on your relationships building, your networking, your interpersonal skills, which is also a topic of this FDP. There we will discuss in detail about networking and interpersonal skills. So you can manage and strategize your relationships or interpersonal skills by being more open to changes, more open to people's views, suggestions, and ideas, taking feedback, giving feedback, constructive feedback, of course, building trust, acknowledging others' feelings, respecting the diversities, and you should learn to agree to disagree. And the little things that pile on and become bigger, you should try to understand this. Now, this topic, that relationship management, is the topic that we have taken tomorrow in the FDP, impersonal and interpersonal relationship. There we'll discuss more about it. Impersonal is your relationship with yourself. Interpersonal is relationship with others. We will discuss tomorrow. And this is one video link that I have shared here. I will post it in chat box also. This is the gist of this presentation, and these are some of the takeaways from this emotional intelligence, that it increases your team performance, it decreases your stress, it improves your decision making skills, It reduces the staff turnover for an organization. Your personal well-being is improved and your leadership quality is improved. So these are some of the important things that you can achieve if you become emotionally intelligent. That means you should be able to do four things. There are four quadrants that you should be able to do. That is, you should be self-aware. You should learn to manage that. Based on that awareness, you should learn to manage yourself, and then social awareness. So when you do these four things, you can, to some extent, achieve emotional quotient. Okay. Now there is one activity. All of you, all the participants, list your complementary strength in the chat box. Complementary strength, when I talk about, that is 5 pair of strength you have to write that are interrelated. For example, I say, I have empathy and I am a developer. So these are complementary. Empathy helps me to relate to others, whereas my developer skill helps me to encourage others to do good in their life. So all of you will write in your chat box, in the chat box, 5 complementary skills that you possess. And of course, when we are talking about skill, we are talking about your positive strengths, your strengths that help you to survive. Please write in the chat box 5 complementary strengths. Okay, I'm getting from Divil Onkar, Dr. Sri Lekha. Patience, focused, positive attitude, hard work, goal oriented. Developer, technical skills. Okay. Okay. I can see we have received from Dr. Sri Lekha, who says she has patience, focus, positive attitude, hard work, goal oriented. Omkar has written developer, technical skills, sketching skills. Chintanji is writing contribute towards organization, honesty, character, area of knowledge, positive attitude. Savitaji has written hard work, passionate about work, positive attitude, kindness and empathy. So, in the same question, if I say, please write about your negative points, like your weaknesses, 5 weaknesses, it will get little difficult because we all try to acknowledge the positive skills and the positive emotions and strength within us. But it's little difficult to find out 5 weaknesses. 1 or 2 you can give, but if I start asking about 5, it will really take time. So think over it. that how emotionally intelligent you are, how aware you are about yourself, and make a chart of your positive and skill strength, that is your strength and your weaknesses. And think about it, what are your trigger points and how you can mitigate them, overcome them, and how you can manage your emotions. That's it. Uh, Communication, dramatic skill, presentation skill, time management. Dr. Shumila ji is writing dedication, empathy, soft spoken. Dr. Shikha ji is writing positive attitude, hard work, empathy, honesty. Okay. Procrastination. Empathetic towards everyone. Dr. Sri Lekha ji is writing empathetic towards everyone, sensitive, procrastination are some of my weaknesses. Yes, Dr. Sri Lekha ji is here. Hello, ma'am.
Yes, participants can unmute yourself.
Dr. Sri Lekha, I want to know, like you have written, empathy is your weakness. How empathy can be a weakness? Please share your feelings. Ma'am, can you unmute yourself? I think she is unable to unmute. Anyways, but being empathetic cannot be a negative emotion, or it cannot be a weakness. I feel so.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Hello, ma'am. Am I audible, ma'am?
Yes, you're audible.
Good evening, ma'am.
Good evening, ma'am.
All right. I think being empathetic is one of my strongest, weak point, ma'am, because I always listen to people putting myself in their shoes. So obviously, I'll be thinking of their problems, and therefore my decisions will be changing depending upon their ideas and so. That is what I couldn't be a strong decision maker.
Okay, that is why, because you are very emotional.
Yes,
I think you should try to overcome this. You should understand what triggers, what panics you, and what is that somebody is requesting. I have to go on leave. I have to take care of my child. Please do this work. So you get very emotional. Oh, she has to take care of her child. Somebody says we have to take our parents to doctor. Please do this work. So
yes,
you have to. There is a very thin line between being fool and being empathetic. You have to understand. Say, for example, you are a boss and one employee is coming to you for a leave, and you are very upset and you scold him. But judiciously thinking, you have to see how many times this employee has approached you for leave. What was the excuse that he or she is giving? How serious he is towards his or her work. So, considering that, the decision has to be taken. If an employee is coming every week or every fortnight to you making excuses and not completing the work and taking leaves, and then also you are being empathetic, that is not empathy. That is being too emotional, taking too emotional decisions, which is not good for your own career, in your own personal life. So you have to find out how genuine the person is, and there you have to take the clue from the body language also, what is being said and what the body is saying. And then take some time to decide, okay, I will think and let you know. That can help you, I think.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for your inputs.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Quick decision, emotional, laborious, weakness, alcoholic, can't take negative feedback. Yes, Ashaji, that's very right. That's very right. Not every one of us is ready to take a negative feedback wholeheartedly. That is what we have to see, that how the criticism is coming. The word itself is very tricky. So we are going to talk about this in conflict management. We will definitely discuss about it. I think time is not allowing me now to continue. So thank you so much. Now I hand over the session to the organizer. Yes, ma'am, sir. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, Nancy, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Participants, if you have any questions or queries, you can unmute yourself and ask your queries. Are there any questions?
Good
Yes,
evening.
please.
This is
Yes,
Omkar.
please. Please go with next.
Yes.
The doubt is such a way like many of the people.
Dr. Dr. Babita Tyagi, Assistant Professor, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam Technical University, Lucknow. Dr. Babita Tyagi is employed as Faculty of English Language and Communication Skills in the capacity of Assistant Professor in the Department of Humanities and Social Sciences, KIET. She is PhD in English Literature, MA English, B.Ed having experience of 21 years. She is a soft skills trainer from IIT Roorkee. She is also a certified TESOL and IELTS trainer, giving hands-on training and streamlining various activities in the linguistics lab is her area of expertise. She has a keen interest in research and has a strong inclination to British English literature. We welcome you, ma'am. I hand over the platform to you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Good evening, everyone present here. Good evening, all organizers and all participants. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
Okay, so please allow me to share my screen. And thank you, Chetna ma'am, for giving us such an insightful session about emotional
Thank you, ma'am.
intelligence. Or with the same life skills, I'm also going to talk about how we can manage ourselves, which is another aspect of emotional intelligence, which ma'am has already given us the ground. So I'll start my presentation with a very small poem. क्या खोजते हो दुनिया में, क्या खोजते हो दुनिया में जब सब कुछ तेरे अंदर है, क्या देखते हो औरों में, क्या देखते हो औरों में जब तेरा मन ही दर्पण है, जब तेरा मन ही दर्पण है। दुनिया बस एक दौड़ नहीं, दुनिया बस एक दौड़ नहीं, तू भी अश्व न है, तू भी धावक। रुककर खुद से बातें कर ले, अंतर मन को शांत कर ले। सपनों की गहराई समझो, सपनों की गहराई समझो, अपने अंदर की अच्छाई समझो, स्वाध्याय की आदत डालो, जीवन को तुम खुलकर जी लो। As ma'am has talked about emotional intelligence, and today my topic of discussion will be managing self to lead others. I'm sharing my screen. Thank you very much. So today we are going to discuss about managing self to lead others. When we talk of making others followers, which is possible only when we are able to do the self management. And as told you in my last line of poem, Jeevan ko tum khulkar ji lo. So it is only possible when we are able to understand ourselves. So people say that we have to power up our life, right? So life management, we say we are doing so many tasks, we are playing so many roles. So basically what we are doing, we are managing our life. And my dear participants, the management of life begins with the self management. Firstly, we need to be self managed, then only we can manage the life. Now, I have defined self with 4 of our traits. The first traits include sincerity. Now, when I say sincerity, sincerity should be in all terms. So, I would like to know from my participants, from the attendees, what do they understand by sincerity when I say sincerity in life? So, what are the aspects where we are looking the sincerity? Yes, participants, I'm looking forward to you for your response. When I say sincerity, sincerity in what respect we can talk? Yes, Omkar.
Sincerity is nothing but like what we are aware, what we have to do, what
Yes.
should do
Agreed,
and what
agreed.
are our responsibilities.
Yes, sincerity about our responsibility, sincerity about our activities, our focus, our goal, our career, our relations. So we need to be sincere in all the respects. Secondly, we should be enlightened. We should be self-aware, as ma'am yesterday discussed about the self-awareness. So enlightenment should be there, that what is right. We should be able to judge what is good for us, what is right. So that analytical skills should be there. We should be able to do the analysis of the things. And loyalty, we should be loyal to what we are doing. At least ourselves we can decide that what is good for us. So if we are not loyal to what we are doing, then it will not be the enlightenment of us. And we should be focused. When we are clear with the objective, what we want to achieve, whether it is our social life or our personal life or our workplace, we should be focused. Like if today I'm going to my workplace, I'll be doing these tasks. So I'm focused and I'll be working with that focus. In my personal life, what is I'm looking forward for? I'm looking for the happiness of my life, happiness of my family, and for that I will be working. So self-management is basically the sincere attitude that we need to develop, enlightenment that needs to be there, loyalty towards the roles that we are playing. I'm playing the role of a faculty at my college. I'm playing the role of a mother in my place, in my home. I'm playing the role of friends. I'm playing the role of a sister. I'm playing a role of a daughter. So I need to be loyal with my relations, and I need to be focused that what do I want from these kind of relations. So basically, if I come to define the self-management, so it is our ability to manage our behaviors, our thoughts and emotions in a conscious and productive way. We need to be productive everywhere, right? So we have to discuss the different aspects of your life and do what is needful to fulfill that responsibility. Now, when I see here, you can see a collage. Yes, participants, my screen is visible to all of you. Can you see the collage?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I hope all of us are aware with the different type of activities that are shown in the collage. Can you name some of the activities which are being depicted here by the images? First one, you can see that the sport person is there, she's playing badminton. Second is a dancer, right? Then we have a swimmer, we have a skater, we have a student, we have a person doing yoga, we have the football players. All these activities, and most of us, we do them in our day-to-day life as a part of recreation. Do you are the participant in agreement with me that are we doing these type of activities on a regular basis? Yes.
What I think so is no, because all the activities in a one day is not the possible. But
No,
definitely,
true.
but definitely one or two activities we do in our life day to day.
Not a regular. I'm not asking them on one day. I'm saying, do we practice them in our life some or the other day, any day, once or twice?
Yes, definitely.
Yes,
Uh,
ma'am.
okay. So what I want is don't you think that the activities that we are doing, they are just the result of the self-management? Like when I'm playing, my brain has to be in coordination. My steps, the whatever the intelligence I'm using, emotionally, I need to be controlled. Right? When I'm dancing, I need to control my body. Then only I can give the proper gesture, proper postures. Are you in agreement with the participants?
Yes, ma'am, we do agree.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much for giving your assurance. And you see the center slide, right? So the center slide, you see the person who are able to manage their self very well. They are the one who becomes successful, and they are always picked up by the other person. Like if you are a dancer and you are giving very good moves, obviously you will be getting the praise of all the people. If you are a sport person and you are giving very good results, you are coming out with the very good results, playing very well, Obviously, you will be liked by everyone. We have the very good examples of Sunil Gavaskar, Kapil Dev. So many players are there, right? If you have the coordination of self-management, then only you would be able to do the yoga successfully. And more of it, if I come to the next slide.
Ma'am, please unmute yourself.
Thank you. So here I have written 3 games. One is statue. This is the game. These are the games that we might have played once or twice ever in our life. Second is dumb charades. Third is mirroring. So I would like to know from my participants, have they ever played these games in their life, and what is their opinion, what is their viewpoint? Do they think that they can only be played well by the self management? Please share your experience. Please raise your hands and share your experience. Yes, Omkar Jadhav. Very
Yes,
active
ma'am.
participant. Yes. Please share your experience. Have you ever played any of this game?
Yes, first 2 games I have played,
Hmm.
Statue and Dam Charash. These both are like not only the self-management. Yes, it is a part of self-management games, but it is a like of a teamwork games. Now where a statue is there, so another team leading was there. They play their body gesture, the ability to control on their selves, on their body, which is a part of like we could say self-management as well as damsharas. Like teamwork is there. Teamwork is nothing but we could say self-management because everyone's has its own management, and with the contribution of everyone's management, a team gets formed, which leads to damsharas. Like now here is a song they discuss among them. Like uh, any letter might be there, any song. So from a letter, 3 or 4 songs would be there, but they discuss, then do. So that is a like functions where teamwork comes. So these both are related with teamwork as well as self-management.
Yes, very true, Omkar Jadhav. Very true. What you have said is very right. Like they are truly the team games. But yes, that is one more aspect that you have brought to our participants, brought to us. But here, presently, I am discussing about this the part that is the self management. So obviously, when somebody is saying use statue, right? You cannot stand still or you cannot be in the position of the statue until and unless you have the control over your body, isn't it? What do you say?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's
Secondly, same is with the dumb charades. With the help in dumb charades, what we are doing, we are basically trying to show, make the other person understand whether it is a movie or whether it is a song, anything. We are trying to make others understand only through our actions, right? So that cannot be done if we are not having control over our uh, body organs, right? So self management, somewhere we can say that we need, it means that you understand your responsibility, you understand your body organs, and you understand your personal responsibility in different aspects of your life, and you do what you need to fulfill that responsibility, be it a child, be it a mother, be it a daughter, be it a uh, be it at your workplace, be it in the society. So this is what we actually mean by self management. Now there are some of the skills that we basically discussed in self management. So my screen is visible to everyone.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so
Come to next.
okay, next. So skills for managing the self. When I say self management, basically I have to control myself. I have to understand myself. So what are the things that I need to take care? Once is problem solving. What are the problems that are coming in my way? I need to solve them. I need to be honest, as I told you in the beginning itself, that I need to be loyal to myself. I need to take the initiative. We should all should take the initiative, and at one or the other point of time, we all are taking the initiative. We need to be flexible. We need to be adaptable, which Dr. Chetna has mentioned yesterday in her lecture, that adaptability is very necessary for the survival. And not only this, even the scientist Charles Darwin, he has also given the theory of survival of the fittest. That is, the person who is fit for that particular environment can only survive. So same way, if we are flexible, we go on with the time, then only our survival, our organization, our management can be successful. We need to be resilient, understand calmly, composedly all the things which are there. And obviously, as ma'am was telling, emotional intelligence, it means before making the decision, emotional decision also, you need to be analytical. You need to analyze that whatever the decision you are going to make, including your emotions, will it be correct for you or not, right? So we need to be analytical. And obviously you need to be a good communicator, because 90% of the time in our life, in a day, we are communicating, expressing ourselves. We may use different cues, we may use verbal cues, we may use non-verbal cues, but yes, we are communicating. And obviously integrity is one of the most important skills that is required for the self management, because it is only the one thing which makes your face value at all the places, among your friends, among the society, so among society, at your workplace, everywhere. It is your integrity which is going to create the face value for yourself. And most importantly, your knowledge, intellect is aware, is shown by the confidence which is there. So all of us who are sitting here, so we have confidence in each other, and that is the reason that why we are here, right? We have come to the one platform, and we are confident that when we are spending this time, this will be a fruitful time for all of us. We will certainly be getting the productive results. So finally, self management is related to the productivity. So everywhere, some production has to be there, some good results have to be there. So if you are able to manage all these skills, obviously you will become a good self manager. And certainly, why we need to control, we need to work on so many areas, that is again a thoughtful idea. So obviously, certain somewhere or the other, we are getting the benefits of the self management. So I'm sure my participants will agree with me that when we are able to manage the things very well, our performance improves, right? We are having more engagements, but with every engagement that we are doing, the work that we are doing, we are becoming better and better. And our adaptability, as I have never been known to you peoples, but yesterday we become familiar, and today we are adaptable. We are so comfortably talking with each other. We have developed a confidence in each other. So that is only the reason of greater adaptability. And it's not only the relations, our relations are going to end today or just after this FDP. We are going to sustain these relations. We are going to be with each other even after this FDP. Maybe in the next FDP also, we all will be there. So you see what good benefits we are getting out of the self management. And obviously we are becoming we are recognizing everybody. We are becoming familiar to each other person, and obviously some or the other person is becoming the role model for one or the other person. So many benefits are there for the self management. In addition to this, if any of my participant feels that there are more benefits of self management, I would like to know from my participants. So the forum is open for you. Yes, you can write down. Yes, somebody has Omkar Jadhav is saying Antakshari could be there. Okay, to understand each other. Antakshari, basically, yes, you can say, but it is more of a teamwork. right? Than of self-management, because the thoughts are coming to you, songs you are hearing. So it's basically of recalling the things in spite of self-management. But when you are doing dancing, you are having the control over each body organ, and all these are controlled by, regulated by your brain. So that is why we are calling them self-management. Yes, participants can unmute and tell me if they feel that any other benefit apart from what I have stated is there for the self-management. Any one of you? Okay, Dr. Rajesh is saying lifelong learning, goal setting, time management, self motivation. True, sir, very true. That obviously, when we are having the relations, so lifelong learning is there. Whatever we are learning today in this FTP, that is certainly going to remain with us, and it will help us in managing time and motivating ourselves. Yes, surely it is a motivation for all of us. Very good, very good. Yes. Any other? Okay. Bosco Ika, ma'am. Bosco Ika is saying yes. Developing new good habits. True. Very true. What all habits we are developing? That is only because we are having control over ourselves. Right. That's very true. True. Agreed. Yes, self confidence, obviously. So when we are able to perform better, as the first benefit says, obviously our confidence also increases. Thank you, participants, for encouraging me and giving such a wonderful response. Like you have truly said, we are able to develop the time management, self confidence. Everything can be done when we are having the self management. So finally, concluding the self management, I would say that self management means that you understand your responsibility in different aspect of your life, and you do what you need to fulfill that responsibility. And this self management definition has somewhere its root in the emotional intelligence theory, which ma'am was discussing just now, where this capability may be referred to as the self regulation. And self regulation is always supported by our capacity of self awareness, which help us to create conscious access to our thoughts, desires, and feelings. Only once we are aware of this thing can we begin control to ourselves and express them appropriately. Now, as all of us know, that when we are able to self manage ourselves, and last thing, you see, you become the role models for others. It means you start leading others. So that was our topic of today, that when we manage ourselves, we become the leaders for others. So now let us see how we become the leaders for others. So now what I can do to manage my to sharpen my self management skills. See, the first important thing is health and well being. I should always take care of my health, because our relation of our relation with this world is through this body only. If I am alive today, I am getting related with you, I am able to manage my body organs. But tomorrow, if I am not alive, so the relations that I have developed, the confidence that I have developed, all goes in vain. So the most important thing is become health conscious. All of us should become health conscious. Give your health the primary concern. Know your strengths, the activity which Chetna ma'am has just done. So all of us are self-aware. We know what our strengths are. Make your strength your assets, right? Focus on the task one at a time. We are becoming multifunctional, but the performance that we can give in one task on focusing, that will be extraordinary, exemplary. Develop the organizational system, as ma'am was just telling, that when lot of work is there, make a timetable. So that is what becoming self organized is. Set short term and long term goals for yourself. Every day when I go to my workplace, I set my target that today I'll be doing this work. Every morning when I woke up, I make the target. By the end of the day, I'll be completing these work. So these are my short term goals. And Finally, okay, in this year, I'll be achieving this. Not only it's all of us who are making these kind of goals. And that's a very good example of self-regulation, because at the end of the day, you are able to successfully attain those goals. That is what self-management is. And that is the best example that we all are exemplifying on regular basis. Manage your time accordingly. As just now sir has said that time management we learn by self management. That is very true, sir, and I'm grateful that you have given that answer of time management. So obviously, if I want to become a very well self managed person, I need to manage my time very well, because everybody is having 24 hours in the daytime, and this is how we are managing. And listen and learn from the mistake of others. Learn from listening others. It is not every time every thing I need to learn on my own. I can even learn by observing others. So this is how I can develop self management. So once I have developed the self management, so these are regular days we can, in order to make myself self managed, I can breathe and relax myself. I can do emotional healing, like I can find out the reason what is troubling me, because sometimes emotional intelligence, whatever the howsoever the person in emotional intelligent may be, but again some problem may be there. So we should do that emotional healing in time. We should be a good self motivator, positive person. And obviously, as I said, that physical well-being is very important, because my identity in this world is with my body only, physical body only. So we need to be self-regulating. We need to take care of our body. We need to become health conscious, right? So when we are able to manage ourselves, we are able to improve others. So obviously we become the role model for the others, and then we become the leaders, right? So how do we define leaders? Who are the leader? So can I have a few words from all of my participants? So basically, in present scenario, we see the person who is able to inspire, who is able to motivate, who had lot of followers, they are considered to be the leaders. So, but basically, a leader is somebody who has a vision and has a path to realizing it. We have so many great leaders. Swami Vivekananda is there, right? Lot of great leaders are there. So we can see that they have the vision for the humanity, and they reshape the humanity. They did the actions which were able to realize their vision, and they were able to work out in that manner. So he ensures their team. A leader is someone who ensures their team has support and tools to achieve their goal. Whatever the goals the leader is setting for his team, he has the plan to execute those goals successfully, right? So presently, the slide that I'm going to show you next is a very nice slide. See here, we have, even the researchers says that our Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi ji, he is global leader one, right? So this is the survey, this is the statistics which I have taken from business studies. So now I would request all of my participants, since we have the example before us, so to very quickly identify what are the traits of a great leader. Very quickly, please write down in the chat box or unmute yourself. Yes, educator, true, hard worker, good leader, see everyone equally. Very true for Kodiji, and very nice. So I'm looking forward for other responses too. Yes. Yes, proper vision, commitment, very good. Netaji is saying proper vision, commitment, emotionally stable. Dr. MVK Srinivasa. Mansi Rol is saying optimistic. Chintan Patel is saying he works like a role model and inspires others. Very good. Dr. Shikha Sarva is saying good decision maker, hard worker, strategic leadership. Very true, Dr. Shikha. Ramdas Sona is saying consistency. Yes. Neelam Srivastava ma'am is saying good communication skills. Again, it's very important. Maheshwari ji is saying good planner, empathetic, motivator. True. Shweta Pathak ma'am is saying decision maker, vision for future. Very true. Responsible. Dr. Shumela Siddiqui says responsible, trustworthy, and loyal. Very true, very true. You have actually identified the qualities of a great leader. Now, moving to the next slide, let us identify what are the traits of a great leader. Okay, so you just
Ma'am, can you unmute yourself?
thank you. Thank you very much. So for a leader, we are looking for the loyalty. Yes, whatever we are, we will be only able to trust him when he is loyal. He needs to be empathetic, accountable. He should own the responsibility that he is leading such a team, big team, right? Determination should be there. He should be enthusiastic, full of energy. The energy level of the leader will be transferred to his team. He should be reliable. People should be able to become trustworthy, right? Self management, again we were discussing in the beginning. So when a leader is self management, then only he can have the followers who are self managed, honest to whatever he is doing. All these skills will be able to develop the trust among the team. Intellect and initiative taking. Yes, obviously he should be there to take the initiative and intelligence in order to decide what is right and what is wrong for his team. And he should have the passion for and pride in work. Whatever the work he is doing, he should be passionate about it and he should have the pride. So very famous Indra Nooyi, the CEO of ICICI Bank, she says hardship leadership is hard to define and good leadership is even harder. But if you can get people to follow you to the end of the earth, you are a great leader. So if the peoples are there who are following you, then you don't need to identify. You yourself can recognize that you are a very good leader. Okay, next. Yes. How can we develop leadership skills? Because leaders are not only born, they can be made also. So we all can practice leadership. So first important thing is become self-managed. That is practice discipline in your life. A good leader needs discipline, right? We should take more and more initiatives, do more and more projects, do more and more work, take more and more responsibilities, because whatever the responsibilities we will be taking, that will certainly be developing our skills. Then learn to follow people's. Follow means learn to listen calmly and then follow others. Develop situational awareness. You should be aware that what is the situation and how you will be doing it. Inspire others by your action and by your thought process. Keep learning. Never leave learning, because the day we leave learning, that will be the end of our life. So we should, if we want to develop, if we want to continue living, so we should always continue learning. Empower your teammates. Don't take all the things, all the assignment to yourself only. Empower your teammates and resolve the conflicts. If you see any conflicts are there, become the first person to resolve the conflicts among the team members. A good leader has the ability of an ethical person, and an ethical person always shines. Today we are talking of Swami Vivekanand, we are talking of B.R. Ambedkar. They were the great leaders, and even today we are remembering them just because of their ethics, just because they have become our role models. Ability to demonstrate the skills, knowledge, and experience to undertake the task expected. As a leader, people expect a lot of things from you, and you should be able to fulfill those expectations. We should adopt the leadership style that lends itself to ethical consideration. Looking at you, people should identify that these are the ethics of a proper leader. And you should never harm anybody, never try to create problem for others, and always ensure a safe place for your staff or the people who are following you. Respect the laws and regulation. Always keep on developing your knowledge, your intellect. Be fair to your objectives and be reasonable in your objectives. Whatever the objective you are stating, be always there to state why you are stating those objectives. Take the responsibility. Whatever is happening, take the responsibility of that. Act with conviction and communicate effectively and discharge your duty with care. Whatever you are discharging, discharge it with care, because it is very essential. When you become the leader, so many people are looking at you. Just remember, there was one video of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam when they missed the mission. So Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, as a leader, he took all the responsibility on himself. He said he was not able to take care into the minute defects which were there in the satellite, and that is why their mission failed. This is the true quality of a leader. So Jack Walsh, we know he is a person who had created a company, who had become a role model, a leader for so many people. So it is truly said by Jack Welch that before you are a leader, success is all about growing yourself. When you become a leader, success is all about growing others. So as an individual, when you grow, it's only your growth. But as a leader, it's the growth of the nation, it's the growth of the society, it's the growth of the place where you are or the people with whom you are associated. And similarly, Sadhguruji says, integrity, insight, and inclusiveness. These are the three essential qualities of our leaders. So now with this, I put pause to my opinions and I would request my participants to add more to this. Yes, very true. If a person is leading people towards bad path, can we say him a good leader? Obviously not. Obviously not. Very true. You cannot call him a good leader. Obviously, he is leading, right? But the objective is not in the favor of the society. True. This terrorism and all these problems, right? You can see the people who are creating the problem of child labor. So many problems are there in the society. So obviously some or the other persons are there who are leading these problems, right? But they are not the good leaders because they are not working in the favor of the humanity. They are not working in the favor of the nation. They are not working in the favor of the society. Whatever the actions you are doing, they should be ethical. So as I told you, that integrity should be there. People should be able to look at you with positive mindset, getting motivated by looking at you. Yes, Omkar Jadhav, you have raised your hand. Anything you want to say?
Yes, ma'am. I have a doubt.
Yes.
If a person who
Thank you, ma'am, for such an insightful presentation, which will definitely sharpen us to for the self-management skills. Thank you. On behalf of RCS, I, Mansi Raul, would like to express our deep gratitude for the generous support of today's resource persons, the team of RCS, organizing, and yes, of course, you all participants. PDP Zoom meeting joining details will be same for all remaining 4 days. Feedback link will be shared every day in live Zoom meeting chat box. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone, for such a patient listener and giving support during the presentation. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.